Hey, Ellie and Sienna. It's your dad, Jeremy, and the sun is starting to go down, but luckily my computer monitor gives me pretty good light, so you should still be able to see me good enough. Let me turn on some lights though, just to make it easier to see me. Okay, party time. We got lights on. This is video 8. 3 more videos to go tonight, girls. But I've got to do all these while my throat chakra is very open and I'm in a speaking and sharing mode because this flow of energy is finite. I know it's finite. And so I got to take advantage of it while it's hot, while the iron is hot. I'm really wanting to eat some bacon right now, but I'm not going to. Okay, video 8. Have a radar that is on at all times. Well, what does that mean? Have a radar that is on at all times? It means this: as women, you are going to need to have a radar that is on at all times, much more than me as a tall and bigger guy, although I'm getting skinnier now. You, as you go through life, everywhere you are, you want to think, kitty here, you want to think of like you have a kind of a series of satellites and systems that are detecting everything around you. And this is important while you're driving, while you're walking around, while you're in a public place eating, while you're anywhere. Because to have this radar is preparation for anything that could happen. You want to make sure you're always in a safe place if you're out in public. You don't want to be out by yourself. If you can avoid it, do not go out by yourself for your own safety. You don't want to live in complete fear, of course, but this is just general advice for your own safety. While you're driving, you want a 360-degree radar, which I think eventually Tesla vehicles will take care of and drive for you. So for now, you need it, but by the time you're really paying attention to this video, you may not need to care. You'll have a Tesla that drives itself and just does everything for you better than any human could. But if you go out to eat and you're out with friends, just be aware of where everything is, the landscape of the place you're in, where all the exits are, just in case there's an event, the rare event that could occur, you're prepared. And take inventory of people that you're around. Just scan them in their energy. Observe, but not directly. Just observe people and what they're doing in their energy. Especially observe and look out for men who are overly aggressive. You want to stay clear of people like that. Or someone who looks a little kind of shady or shifty. You have to be aware of the energy of people and protect yourself from that energy. And it's just important. When I walk throughout the world, girls, I feel like I have a floating drone above my head that's constantly surveying everything. I'm aware of everything around me, even if I'm not looking at it, and it can be pretty overwhelming. So just watch your surroundings, girls. Watch your surroundings, pay attention to your surroundings, be aware of everyone that's around you at all times. This is an important thing, especially for a woman, in my opinion. Because if you're watching this and I've passed on, I can no longer protect you in my physical form. But here in this series of YouTube videos, I can protect you with advice. If it's in your state of inspiration, practice a form of martial arts and self-defense and learning to use pepper spray or things like that, just as a just in case. It's like your kind of eject seat, your 1 in a million chance that something could happen. You just want to be prepared for it, but you don't need to focus on it. But you're prepared in case it happens. And surround yourself with good, wholesome friends who will stay by your side when you're out in public. And you won't have to spend as much energy having a radar that is on at all times. You still should. You should survey the landscape and the environment of wherever you're at for yourself, for your own understanding and comprehension. Because this world is not a simple world full of everything in little boxes. It can be a very chaotic world. There was a time when I was playing basketball and I was 18, I think. I was 18. And me and another guy were going for a loose ball, and we both reached at it. And as I reached for it, I followed through with one of my hands and I hit him in the face, but I didn't know I hit him in the face. And so I was running back. Our team got the ball, and I wasn't aware that anything had happened. It did not register in my brain or my radar that there was a guy coming to blindside me and hit me as hard as he could in my jaw. And he socked me in the jaw as hard as he could. Kind of just slightly stunned me. And I didn't fight back because I'm a man of peace. So I just was like, luckily I had some friends with me, and they went running after him, and he took off like a coward. Like, what a coward. Sucker punch someone and then take off running. It's the epitome of a coward. And I had no desire to fight him. Like I said in an earlier video, fighting is pointless because all you do is open up something to the possibility of a disaster that you're going to regret later. Someone's going to get hurt, paralyzed, stabbed, shot, and all number of things that makes no sense in the moment of emotion. So that's why in my last video I talked about the importance of the journal and for me staying grounded and centered. I never want to put myself or anyone else, even someone who, let's say someone wanted to come at me and fight me, I'd be a very kind of dodger, and I'd de-escalate it. But if I had to fight for my life, if someone was not stopping, I would. And I wouldn't like it, because I wouldn't like who I would become in that moment. In fact, I probably wouldn't like it so much, I'd rather let myself get shot and stabbed to death than to let the darkness in me come out and really, truly have it at someone. It's not something I want to do, even if I was able to beat up the person. There's no joy in it. There's no happiness. I've now let a part of me out it's like letting an ifrit out of a bottle, and ifrit's an evil genie. There's no business me letting that part out of me. So instead, I keep myself very even-tempered. I have not had any escalating, threatening moments in person with people, and since 18 years old, and I plan to keep it that way. So for you girls, obviously, I would recommend avoiding confrontation with people, and if someone's being overly aggressive towards you in public, or you've got to vet those people out first before they come at you. You need to see them from a distance and adjust your course to compensate. Don't do it while they're up in your face. That's starting to get too late. But this is not something you should expect to have happen at all. I don't expect it's something that's going to happen. It's just an FYI that just have an awareness of people in your surroundings and utilize that radar. That radar would have helped me when I was 18 to not have I wonder if it's the cause of my jaw alignment being off. I don't think it is, because I have an overbite, but my jaw was sore for a few days and then it was fine. So I was like, oh, cool, I can take someone's hardest punch when I'm not even like paying attention. It was like, cool, I have some resilience in me. I have kind of a thick skull, or I can take a beating, I guess. It's good to know. But that's the last time there's ever been any kind of violence physically done at me. I think largely for most people, as they become adults, they shift away from that kind of behavior. Younger guys kind of are more prone to that kind of thing, but there's still some older guys that have a problem with that. So there you go. Just have a radar on at all times for all things, all people, all environments, all situations. Understand where you're at and what's available, and no matter where you are and what you're doing, just have it on. And this radar will serve you till the end of your days. All right, kind of a different video. Video 8, have a radar that is on at all times. Namaste, Ellie and Sienna. I'll see you in the next video.